Hello, my name's James Watley.
And I'm Dan Lane.
And you're watching the Really Mobile Project.
This week we have footage from Stuttgart from Nokia World 2009, that's right. In fact, hold on. Yep, that's right, we can now go straight over to Vicky and Ben, who are in Stuttgart for Nokia World.
Yes, thank you, James, and willkommen auf Stuttgart for Nokia World 2009, where we absolutely definitely are. And some really exciting products have been announced, Vicky.
Yes, you're right, Ben. Actually, the most revolutionary thing that we've seen so far has been the N97 Mini.
That's right. A little bit like the N97, but completely different to seasoned observers. You shouldn't make the mistake that this in any way will cannibalise sales of the already existing handset launched only 6 months ago for some €600.
Yeah.
So Vicky, tell me all about it.
Well, I've never actually seen anything like it, Ben. It's amazing.
No, I have quite literally never seen anything like it either. It's a bit like an N97, but there are some crucial differences.
What are those differences, Ben?
It's a bit smaller.
Right.
Mostly the size.
Smaller. Definitely smaller.
So, James, have you seen much coverage of the N97 back in London? What do you think?
Yes, Ben. The N97 back here in London has been...
So the game is up. We're not actually in Stuttgart, but there were still some really interesting things that came out of Nokia World last week that we wanted to talk to you about.
Yes, and one of them, the big one for me anyway, was the Nokia X6. I was away in the Alps last week, so I couldn't make it to Stuttgart myself. And but all the reports that were coming into me by email and SMS and DM from all the people that were there was that the big star of the show was the X6. This is a brand new move for Nokia. The Express music range has been rebranded and renamed, but the big thing for me was that it didn't leak. They managed to get our phone out and announce it without anybody seeing it on Boy Genius Report first or anything like that, which I think is a big step for them. You know, they're finally getting their act together.
Sure, but the thing to remember is that it's not just about the particular handsets that were released, the X6, the X3. It's more about the range as music phones and Nokia trying to provide something that's a bit of a competitor to the iPhone, all the Spotify, iPhone app news that have come out recently, as well as the predicted S60 app that they're about to release. They've got to focus on that a little bit more.
Yeah, that's right. The new X series phones are going to be coming all exclusively with music, and the X6 has also got a 16:9 screen, which would be great for watching movies on. So I wonder how long it would be till we see Nokia comes with movies.
That'd be an interesting one. You saw it here first, guys. So the other thing that was announced last week was the Nokia booklet, which is their interpretation of the netbook.
It's certainly an interpretation of the netbook because while it looks like a netbook, it's actually priced like a laptop.
Sure, it's about £100 more than the other offerings on the market, and it's obviously being released so much later than the other ones that you can buy at the moment. So where Dan and I disagree is I think Nokia are really missing out a trick on not integrating some kind of calling feature into this netbook.
No, I completely disagree with you there. I don't think people want to make phone calls from their laptop. And when I say that, I don't mean Skype and things like that. People do want to use Skype, but they don't want to put a SIM card in and make calls on that from their laptop. They don't expect to on their current Dell and Samsung netbooks, so I don't see why they would on the netbook.
Now, we could go round and round on this all day, but the point is it's too little and it's too late.
So probably the highlight of last week's announcements is the Nokia N900. That's an internet tablet with a phone built in.
That's right, we've seen Nokia's Maimo platform before in the N800 and the N810, but they were geek devices then, just flat out internet tablets with Wi-Fi in it. This time they've added handset calling features in, and actually I'm quite excited. I think this could be really interesting, but there are some big challenges associated with it, aren't there, Dan?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's very strange that they've moved to this new platform, and it's really exciting, but it gets to a certain point and then you're like, no, it's not exciting. There's no capacitive touch screen, which means there'll be no multi-touch and it'll have to really jab at it. It'll probably come with a stylus, and it's still got that annoying off-center spacebar. But apart from that, it really looks like they've jazzed up Memo, and they've added some really nice touch features in there. I'm actually a little bit excited about it.
And as Dan gets a little bit excited about it, I worry actually that, you know, the N97, and it launched and it wasn't very good because it was full of bugs, it didn't work very well, and they've released software update after software update. Well, isn't this just another platform they're going to have to support?
The thing is, Memo is supposedly an open platform, and certainly on the previous tablets, it's been completely open and you can hack it even more so than Android. You have complete access to the kernel layer of Linux, and I'm not going to get too far into that, but it meant there were some very cool add-ons coming to it, which means that for the first time on a Nokia phone, the community can go and fix the problems before Nokia does.
I don't know. I think another platform means another thing to support. It means more versions of stuff in the OV store. It means more versions of things to go wrong. Right now, I'm really dubious. I also think consumers are going to be confused as well as they buy one N-series handset with one platform and another N-series handset with another platform. We'll wait and see. But actually, I think Nokia have opened a real can of worms here. So that about wraps up our coverage of Nokia World 2009 live from Stuttgart. Well, all right, Trafalgar Square then. Dan, any thoughts?
Yeah, Nokia released these handsets and they look great on paper, and when we get them in our hands, they're just a big disappointment. I suspect the same thing's going to happen with the N900, and if it does, well, I'm sorry Nokia, that's it for you and me. Vicky?
Still have faith, so I'm still looking forward to seeing what the X series has to offer us in terms of a music application, seeing if it stands up to Spotify, iTunes and the rest. James?
Yeah, I'm similar theme. I'm more about the X6. Everyone tells me that's the phone to look out for. I doubt very much it would replace my N86, but Nokia handset with a capacitive touchscreen, yeah, let's give that a go. Ben Smith.
Well, actually, I'm wondering what the N series is all about now. If music is moving over to the X series and they're adding the computing features like the N900, I really don't know. And I think actually what we need to look at is over the next 12 months, what do all these announcements really mean? Where's Nokia going? Seems like it lacks a bit of a sense of direction at the moment, but maybe we're just seeing the beginning of a big change. I'm looking forward to finding out how it goes.
So Ben, have you actually seen one of these N97 mini versions?
Well, actually, Vicky, I'm really excited about having the first ever N97 to test. We're going to be playing with it. Now, you might think it's just a long way away, but actually it is smaller.